The history of unpunished violence against our people clearly indicates that we must be prepared. As Americans, we will not give up a single right guaranteed under the Constitution.
It's the Jetblack Daily Show. It's the Jetblack Daily Show. It's the Jetblack Daily Show. It's the Jetblack. Ooh. It's the Jetblack. Ooh. It's the Jetblack Daily Show. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world today. We hope you're having a great day and you're making it great. This is the Jetblack Daily Show. I'm Mr. Jetblack Carl Sr.
And it's your boy, Corey Legucci Graves, as we continue and carry on the legacy of Aaron T. Jones. Hashtag Pod God.
Hashtag Jetblack. Hashtag we in the building.
Billy.
And if you haven't had the opportunity, please visit the website, thejetblackempowerment.com. That's thejetblackempowerment.com. Cash rules everything around me. Cream
Gets the money.
Dollar bill, y'all. Listen, that Cash App is Unique 3815. That's Unique 3815. And if you want to write a check, make that check payable to the Aaron T. Jones Memorial Fund, just like that. And if you want that Jetblack gear, like that.
You know what to do. Shop till you drop at the Jet Black shop. Give them the website.
Come on now. ShopJetBlack.org. That's ShopJetBlack.org. Boy, I had a little flip up there for a minute, didn't I?
You look clean though in that Jet Black. You hear me? You better get you some.
Come on now. I was spiffy.
What? Sharper than a taxi. You know what I mean? Steve Harvey sharp.
Ooh-wee. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So listen, we have a very, very special guest in the building. Miss Corbin
Bradford.
Bradford in the building! Yes, indeed. We are so glad to have you here. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence on the mic.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Beautiful black woman, y'all.
That melanin. That's that melanin.
Strong black woman, too.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And so today, we're so glad to have you here. And listen, we ain't going to waste your time.
Okay.
We're going to get right on into it because today we're going to talk about a little bit of real estate.
Glad to be here. Glad to talk about real estate. I'm happy to educate you guys.
Oh,
so
man, we
let's
love
get
it.
into it.
Let's get into it. So before we start, let's tell the folks exactly where you're from.
So I'm originally from High Point, North Carolina, born and raised, but I currently live in Greensboro. So I've been living in Greensboro for about 17 years, traveled a little bit, went to school in Winston-Salem State, SU.
All right,
traveled to Miami for grad school. I'm a FIU graduate, so now I'm back residing in Greensboro.
Educated. I love it.
I know y'all heard that rundown.
Y'all better get right. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I got a question for you. How long have you been working as a real estate agent?
I've been working since October of last year, so not too long, about 6 months. It has been a journey.
Yeah.
I will say I've got into real estate with a combination of things. One is COVID. I work for a very popular university in the area, and when COVID hit, everyone was sent home, and I didn't know where my career lied. My ultimate goal is to be an athletic director, but with athletics shut down, I didn't have anything to do. So went home and got inspired by everyone around me. People who have businesses, my friends have businesses, whether they're opening up photography studios, cleaning companies. I have a friend in Miami who is a eyelash tech. Everyone around me was doing their own thing except for me. And I've always been a person that thought, work hard, pay your dues, everything will pay off. But when COVID hit, it kind of put me in a space where I didn't have anything outside of my 9 to job, and I needed to take advantage of that time.
Yes.
I'm not artsy in a way where I'm, visual or creative in that way. So I like numbers. So I had to think of a way that I could utilize my mind. And business is one of those things that interests me. So I was just sitting, of course, watching $1 Million Listing and saying, hey, I can do that too. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So there was a combination of things. I got inspired by everyone around me and wanted to utilize my time to make a difference. So
I love it.
That's why I got into real estate for
Oh,
sure.
man,
So
that's
I've been doing
great
it so far.
You know what I'm saying?
And ain't nothing like no numbers.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like no numbers.
I
You know
love
what I'm
working
saying?
with numbers. I look at
Oh,
numbers
man.
every day.
Oh,
So,
man, that's
yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful. Let me ask you this. What are some of the challenges that you faced thus far being into the business and going into the entrepreneurial lane with real estate?
The challenges. Just the market in general.
Outside of COVID. 'Cause I know you
Outside of
spoke on
COVID,
that.
outside of COVID, just the market in general. We're in a housing crisis essentially, where we have a lot of low interest rates but very low inventory.
Yes.
So a lot of stuff is going above and beyond asking price. And as a realtor, you have to be able to guide your clients in the best way possible.
Yes.
And get them the best price for their house. So I'm an agent that is not going to make you house broke, where you're spending thousands, $10,000
Come on.
over asking price.
Yes.
And when the market settles, you have a lot of negative equity. So being able to balance that and get you into the house, getting the best price possible,
Yes.
saving you a little bit of money here, here and there, has been the biggest challenge, because there's a lot of people fighting for houses right now.
Absolutely.
A lot of people fighting for houses. And I would take advantage of it too, but at the end of the day, cash is king. So the more cash you got, come my
Cash
way.
rule.
If you
Exactly.
got some cash in your pocket,
I'm
come my
telling
way.
you.
You heard it. You heard it.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Yeah.
You
Y'all
know
better go
what I'm
check
saying?
out Corbin, my girl.
I'm trying to.
Check her out.
The more cash you got, come to
I
me.
love
We're
it.
going to
So-
get you in the house.
Oh, man, that's beautiful. I love it. So what percentage of your clients are buyers and how many of them are actually sellers?
Well, right now I'm working 100% with buyers. I want to make an impact in a way where I'm helping first-time homeowners, and that is my niche. One, because I relate so much. My family relates so much. Everyone around me relates to that demographic.
Yeah.
So much. So I want to make an impact there. So right now, 100% of my clients are buyers, and I'm just educating them as much as I can on guiding them through that process.
Man, I love it.
That's love right
She
there.
educating
You know what I
too.
mean?
I hope
Yeah.
y'all caught a lot of what she said. She don't want you to be house broke. She wants
Yeah.
you to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
still enjoy your home.
Yes. for
Dropping
sure.
jewels.
She dropping jewels. It's all about empowerment, baby.
That's
Jet Black. You
Yeah.
know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? So how do you choose which neighborhood you primarily work in?
I do not discriminate.
Love it.
And that is I want to say I work with all types of people, whether you have a $100,000 budget or $400,000 budget. I don't discriminate, and wherever that budget is, I'm going to show you everything on the market, anything I can find off market, and if you fall in love with it, we're going to get you in the house. So, so I don't discriminate at all. I'm willing to help anyone.
Man, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Amazing.
Hustle,
You
baby.
know what I mean?
I'm saying?
I'm going to get that bag.
Yes, sir. She
Yeah,
going to
for
get
sure.
it. I'm not mad at you about that. Tell you about it. So what marketing tools do you use to help possible buyers and sellers?
So as far as my advertisement, I love Canva.
Tell the people what that is.
Canva is a digital platform to it's kind of like, how do I describe it? To create ads where I'm able to, it's very creative, where I'm able to come up with my buyer's guide, post information, schedule, any type of advertisement saying that I'm accepting new clients. As far as me gathering information, I use it. As far as me gathering information for my clients, I use a Triad MLS. Now, this is a database where all of our houses that hit the market are posted. I'm able to see what's wrong with the house, any property disclosures, if it's in a flood zone, how much they're listing, how much, the mortgage history of that house. I'm able to look at and provide to sellers so we can make the best offer on the property. For sellers, I'm using market premiums to actually look at the market and see this is where houses are standing right now. This is the rate or interest, the interest that is going into that property where I can actually sell your house. So we can gauge what to sell your house for. So I use those three. They're very helpful in me providing accurate information for my clients. So those three things: Canva to market myself, try MLS to see what's on the market, and Markets Premium to give sellers a market analysis. I know I felt like I was rambling a little bit.
No.
But yeah.
No, you did that.
No,
you
was
doing
definitely-
great.
Yeah.
You in the pocket. It's each one, reach one, teach
Teach
one.
one.
You know what I'm
Definitely
saying?
spot
We
on.
love this. We love it. We love it because it's all about empowerment. And we're so glad that you are here because there's so many. Can you kind of speak a little bit more on what the day in is like, what the day and day is for you as a real estate agent? What is that like? And how do you bring balance with being on the entrepreneurial side and working a 9 to 5, if you would?
Oh wow. I really manage. I'm a stickler for being on time and time management. So I think, and that's a kind of what helped me with, me being a stickler for numbers. Data is everything to me.
Exactly.
So I wake up at 5 every morning, just so I can see what's hitting the market. So I can get my day started, me sending out emails to clients, me checking my emails. I'm at work by 8. And honestly, I do a lot of dual tasking where I'm able to work on one computer and work on the other and still get my my job done. Honestly, I'm with a firm that is very helpful, with me. And if I need any assistance, if a client wants to see a property while I'm not available, I can reach out to any one of them and they're able to, have my back and provide me the same feedback and provide the same level of professionalism to my clients that I would, the same care. So throughout the day, I'm still keeping in contact with my clients. I'm on the phone. I'm, jotting things down, taking notes. Once I get off of work, I'm doing the same thing. I may meet a few clients. It may be in the dark, where you're having to, go out with a flashlight and look at a property. And I don't go to bed till about midnight. And it's the same thing over and over again.
That's a long day.
No sleep.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And then on the weekends, it's all real estate.
Gotcha.
All real estate where I'm up the same way. Most people like to sleep in on the weekends. I wish I could, but I've learned, you keep mentioning entrepreneurship.
Yes.
That was another thing that I wanted to tap into. Entrepreneurship. That is the way to financial freedom.
Come on.
And that's what I want to achieve. So when it comes to entrepreneurship, the thing that I've learned, especially with the people surrounding me, whatever you put in it, that's what you're going to get out
Right
of
on.
it. And honestly, you can't sleep on the weekends, especially in real estate. I mean, this world, I feel like both careers that I have are dominate. I'm a minority in those fields, whether it's athletics, where it's dominated by men, and real estate is dominated by white women. So
Speak on that. Speak
I'm
on that a
trying
little
to-
bit so far as what you see so far as a minority within the real estate game. And what do you think could change without going too far off? You know what I'm saying?
I think
You
it's
can touch on that a little bit.
I think from a trust is a big factor. And when first impressions and trust, you can always, I guess, I want to say 99% of the time, my clientele is referral based, but that's because my first impression is everything.
Yeah.
When you see me, I'm probably dressed in all black. Why? Because because it makes me look as professional as possible.
Yeah.
It makes me look clean. It makes me look professional. And the second thing is me being knowledgeable. I am a stickler for being competent. I do not like being incompetent in
Love it.
anything that I do.
Yes.
So if I'm conveying information, I want to make sure that it's accurate and I don't want to tell you anything wrong. And if a client figures that out, that I literally don't know what I'm talking about, they can't trust me. They're going to go to someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, just to dig a little bit deeper, we're just in a society where white is right.
Say that.
Come on,
And
Say
we're
that
trying
shit.
to
Speak on it.
We're trying to change those, those perceptions of us. So
Yeah.
I feel like with that, first impressions, especially with the firm that I'm with, we're an all-black firm. We have about 20 agents, and all of them are like me, professional to the T. Where, like I said, we're very knowledgeable. And if you can entrust me with selling you or finding you a home,
Yeah.
that's everything. But it starts with trust. But you can't trust me if I'm not knowledgeable and I don't represent myself
Come on,
well.
come
So
on.
I hear that.
That's
Black
why,
excellence.
She get up at 5 o'clock.
Listen, did you
Yeah.
get goosebumps when she was speaking on that thing?
When she was popping her shit, she got up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
You know,
I-
Granny said early bird get the worm.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
for
true.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
And she got her ducks in a row. You
Yeah.
hear her?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Man, I
Miss
love
Corbin.
it.
Corbin, my girl. She getting in there.
Yeah.
Get in there.
I love it. I love it.
you.
I love it.
Thank you.
All
So
black
look-
firm.
All
Yeah.
black firm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at
man, I
God.
love it.
Yeah.
Won't he do it?
Empowerment, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Empowerment. I love it.
Thank you.
Man, you just don't know you helping some little girl out there, some young woman,
Yeah.
some older woman right now who may feel like they're left out or they're forgotten about or they're just hopeless right now. You're inspiring a generation of women right now.
I'm grateful to be a part of that movement. It is definitely a blessing. I feel like each one of us, no matter what part of or what moment you are in life, you have a purpose, and you just need to find where you can make the most impact. So I'm glad to be a part of it in any way possible. I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Right on.
We definitely love what
Yeah.
you're
You love
doing.
what you're doing and keep doing it and don't you
Yeah.
stop. Don't
Thank
you
you.
stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I got a question that I want to ask you. And I've had a few people ask me about, and that I've witnessed from other people, like when it comes to child support and buying a home. We know people make mistakes. We know sometimes they've got into the arrears, and they may be current right now. They may be doing everything that they're supposed to do in order to pay their child support. They're like their current child support is on point. But from when they was lacking from the past, that can be a stain so far as credit. How does the real estate or how does the agent, how do you guys navigate through that to help that client out? And say for instance, their ongoing maybe $900 a month. That's what they're paying in support. But their arrears, they put towards maybe $75 and $80 towards it. How does that work if it's not showing because that payment has to be completely taken care of before they actually take that debt off, but the number is going down?
Yeah.
How do you navigate through that? And you probably see it a lot with men in our community, you know what I'm saying? Because people do change and they
Yeah.
make mistakes. So how do you as an agent, how do you navigate through that? And is there a way to navigate through that?
The best way to navigate through it, and that is definitely an issue within our community, is to get through it. There's no way. Well, let me back up for a second. A lot of people think that credit is everything.
Yes.
Credit, but also they forget debt to income ratio.
There it is.
Debt to income ratio is just as important as credit, and you
Yes.
need to learn a balance. If there is a situation where someone has, back child support or just things in collections or anything like
Yes.
that, set up a payment plan. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Possibly talk to a lawyer to get it dismissed, get
Yes.
it barred, anything like that. The best way to do it is just not to avoid it.
Correct.
Because, and at the end of the day, home ownership may not be right for them at this moment. That
Correct.
doesn't mean it will ever happen.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
my best advice is when you do meet an agent and you have these things on your credit, don't lie about it.
That's right. Okay, yes.
Make sure you tell us up front, and we can kind of assess what your debt to income ratio
Yeah.
is and how that impacts your credit. Because there may be situations where your credit might not be as bad as you think it is,
Yes.
but the difference in that is your child support or any of those debts is what's hindering you from getting
Correct.
a home because you can't, your debt to income ratio is too high.
Gotcha.
So it's a combination. There's not one set thing that will affect you getting a home. But the biggest thing is anything is in collections, you got to get through it. And we're here to help you.
The other thing I wanted to say, talk about the importance of telling the truth of your finances and how that can disqualify you.
You know that shit hard, huh?
Well, I know
Everybody
it
don't
is.
want to spill the beans on
Everybody
stuff
don't want
like
to
that.
tell
You know what
about
I mean?
all of their financial.
We're gonna find out anyway. Like,
Long story short.
That's the truth, though.
You're gonna find out
speak on it.
anyway. I mean, you have clients that will, swear they got all this cash in reserves to handle their down payment. One, because it looks good, but at the end of the day, we're gonna find out.
Yes.
We're gonna run your credit. Well, not me, but a loan
got you.
officer is gonna run your credit multiple times throughout the
Yes,
transaction
sir.
to make sure that you're not spending any unnecessary money.
Yeah.
And then the underwriting process, we gonna dig deep. We're gonna find
Absolutely.
something from 15 years ago. We're gonna find a lien for $200. We're gonna
That's right.
find. We're gonna
That's
find that phone bill that you got $1,000 on from 10 years ago that you haven't paid.
Yes.
We're gonna find something for $25. But these are the things that people think going in collections that is just going to sit there, but that is the main thing that keeps you from getting a home. And honestly, if someone can't trust you to pay off a $50 bill that you let go on collections, how's somebody going to trust you?
They're not gonna trust you with a mortgage.
$180,000 mortgage.
No, they're not.
You can't be trusted.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to find out. So tell the truth.
Hey, plus
I
the
love
truth
it.
will set you free.
I have learned that in my personal life.
Yes, come on.
I've learned that in my business life.
Yes.
Telling the truth is essential
Yeah.
to freedom.
Yes, it
For
is.
sure.
Yes, it is.
For sure.
Exactly.
That's the
Let
truth.
me go and get in here with me one question
on.
for
Yeah,
you.
go ahead.
Corbin, my girl.
Yeah.
Corbin, my girl. How quickly can you help a buyer go view a home?
Personally, you got to have a pre-approval, and this is no shade, but a lot of people think that just because you hit me up, I'm going to be available. Obviously, I am available, but how can I know what you can afford and what homes to view if you haven't done the first step, and that's to get pre-approved? So as soon as you show me a pre-approval, or if I'm in the process of helping you get pre-approved, I can show you a home. So the first thing is get that pre-approval letter.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, I got it.
And you would want to know how much home you can afford.
Yeah,
you
most
know
definitely.
what I mean? So
Most definitely.
Come on with it.
So
I
get
got
that pre-approval.
I got another one for you.
Okay.
I want to ask you about the veterans and the VA home loans.
Okay.
Good question.
Yeah.
How does that process go?
So veterans VA loans, you get 100% financing. That is great. It is going to cover 100% of what that home appraises for. I'm not going to go into too many specifics, but there are a lot of guidelines of how secure this house needs to be and the age limit of this house. So you really got to find you a solid house, 100% financing. That's pretty much the gist of it.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
That's beautiful. You got another question you want to ask, bro?
Yeah, I think I
Come
can
on
go
with it. Come on with it.
VAs have a lot of stipulations, especially depending on how long you served. If you got an honorable discharge or a dishonorable discharge, that will disqualify you from it.
Yes.
But the big part of that, if you've done what you need to do, 100% financing is
Wow,
amazing.
I love
to
it.
have.
Great
I love
information.
it.
Great information.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, I got another one. How will you keep in touch with the buyers and or the sellers, and how often can they expect updates from you?
I talk to my buyers every day. Like I said, I'm up scouring the MLS 5 o'clock in the morning, and anything that I see, I'm either sending them a text or as an email. And I honestly, if I don't have, time, I have an automated schedule of anything that's hitting the market to go directly to my buyers, so they're able to, see if I'm not sending them anything directly, something is hitting their email every other day with something new hitting the market. So you can expect me to hear from me every single day. Throughout the process, we're going to talk a lot. I'm going to sit you down for dinner. We're going to go through the process of the contract. We're going to go through the steps of, the appraisal. We're going to go through the steps of the inspection. All the way to close. So we're gonna be best friends.
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful. I love
nothing
it.
like
best
that.
friends.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about tax value and equity in a home? So
Okay.
for those that don't know what tax value is in a home and the equity of a home, is that kind of like the same or?
It really is the same.
It is? Okay.
Pretty much tax value, it is whatever the land and the improvement of the land is.
Gotcha.
The land may cost $20,000, but that improvement could be 180, and that will add up to what your actual value or tax value is. It is also a percentage of what that demographic is. Equity will pretty much be the what the market value of the home is at that time and how much you owe. So that is the difference. And that kind of fluctuates, especially in this market where a lot of stuff is being appraised high. But that's because, inventory is low. So, demand is high, inventory is low, value is going to go up. Now, when this levels out, what I believe, and I'm not an expert.
Are you doing good, though?
I'm not an expert. I truly believe when this market settles and people are forced to pay their mortgages that they haven't been paying in a long time, that a lot of value, the value of a home is going to settle. And I feel like a lot of people are going to have some negative equity because they're trying to, monopolize the market right now with high mortgages.
Well, would you suggest anybody to refinance their home, right? You refinance their home. Like, say, for instance, I buy a home from you, and let's say I have the ability to refinance the home through a different company, right? Would you advise people to do that? Do you think that's healthy to do that so far from a credit and financial standpoint?
I would, especially now, take advantage of it. You have already locked in the value of your home.
Okay.
Now refinancing is just going to lower your monthly payment. If you can afford to, if you would prefer, and I'm not going to say afford, if you can prefer to get a lower payment, take advantage of it right now because interest rates are not going to be this low for a long time.
Be a little while.
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
So what do you suggest they do once they get that money? I know a lot of people buy new vehicles. A lot of people buy furniture for their home, or they upgrade their home. Does it just depend on what that owner wants to do, or?
I'm always a proponent of saving as much as you can because the home owning life, it encompasses a lot. There's something that always needs work. There's something that always goes out. Your home is your biggest expense. Save unless you have some, income where it's not hitting you in the pockets as much. But no, I wouldn't buy a car. Actually, buying a car has hindered a lot of people from purchasing a house because they don't believe we check their credit much.
Right.
After you get that loan, I would say after a month, we go into your credit again and make sure that you haven't done anything crazy to jeopardize your income.
Is that right?
A lot of people don't know that. So I would suggest about 6 months down the line after you purchase your home, that's when you can splurge a little bit. But in the meantime, just save. It's okay.
Man, dropping jewels.
Yeah.
Wow.
Too many to pick up.
I'm trying.
And I would say instead of, that car that depreciates as soon as you take it off the lot, invest in your house. If you're going to do anything with your money and extra income, invest in your house because when it may at that point not be your forever home, but whatever update you put in that house, that's going to add more value to your home when you try to sell it.
Okay.
So that's my suggestion.
I love it. Each one reach one,
teach
one. Listen, I hope you guys have enjoyed everything that Miss Corbin have said to us on today. And we'll be right back. Jet Black Daily Show.
It's the Jet Black Daily Show. It's the Jet Black Daily Show. It's the Jet Black Daily Show. It's the Jet Black. Ooh. It's the Jet Black. Ooh. It's the Jet Black Daily Show.
Welcome back to the Jet Black Daily Show. I'm Mr. Jet Black, Carl Sr.
And it's your boy, Corey Legucci Graves, as we continue to carry on the legacy of Aaron T. Jones. Hashtag that, pod God.
Hashtag Jet Black. Listen, if you haven't had the opportunity, please visit the website, thejetblackempowerment.com, thejetblackempowerment.com. And remember, shop till you drop at the Jet Black Shop.
You see us?
Boy, that sounded like some bars
better
right
get you some
there,
of that fire. That's that fire.
Visit shopjetblack.org. That's shopjetblack.org. And remember, the first of every month, We'll be out there feeding the homeless every month. Be clear, and hygiene bags, all right? Please, it's 4 worthy calls, and donate and volunteer. We're going to go ahead and keep it moving with the show. And listen, the first thing I want to talk about now is let's talk about sports.
Man.
And being that we have Miss Corbin on the show, we have to include her on this conversation.
We got to, because she said she was a hooper.
She said she
You
was
hear
a
me?
hooper.
Yeah, I was a hooper now. I was a hooper.
There's a difference, folks. Sometimes anybody can play ball. But hooping ball is 2 different things.
I was a hooper.
Come on, who did you play for?
So I'm from High Point. I played at
Gotcha.
Andrews High School.
Gotcha. Mhm.
I played basketball at Winston-Salem State.
Okay.
I was joking about it earlier.
Yeah, we talked
my
about
best game was at Corbin. So, you know, I dropped about 24 and
Did you hear that?
We took an L, but you know, I did my
24.
job. I did my job.
Yeah.
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 I got to ask you,
Yeah, we
Miss
took
Corbin,
an L, though.
did you do any assists?
Oh no, I ain't passed. I didn't pass. I'm
She was winning, y'all.
Yeah. If any part of my game could have been improved, it definitely would have been passing.
Right on.
Yeah, I didn't pass much. I regret.
Well, at least you're honest.
If any of my teammates are watching this,
Uh-oh.
I apologize. Y'all know my heart was, you know, I got a heart of gold, but I apologize.
At least she got y'all 24.
I'm trying. She got you 24 now.
She could have got you a donut.
I'm trying to
But
tell
she got
you.
you 24.
Really though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love it. Did
Me
you get a
too.
chance to catch any other games or anything? The female games?
Yeah, so I watched a few last night. I watched the UConn game. Of course, I watched the Aggies play.
Oh yeah. They should have won.
Man, I was rooting
first
for 'em.
half.
Yeah, I was rooting for 'em,
I
too.
was too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I've been watching a few games. Yeah, I like South Carolina State too.
Okay,
I
okay.
love Don Staley. So,
Okay then,
yeah.
okay. I ain't mad
Yeah.
at you.
Hey, they balling down there too.
Yes,
So,
sir.
man,
Hey,
I love
Baylor
it.
brought the noise at Jackson State though.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a whole lot of upsets in this March
yeah.
Madness.
Yes, it
It's been
has,
so
right?
That's
ugly.
what it's for sure. That's what it's
Yeah,
for.
that's
It's
exactly
been
what
so
it's
ugly.
for.
And I'm gonna go ahead and get mines out the way. My boys went home.
Who you with?
Tar Heel Nation. We
I'm a
on.
Carolina fan too. Yeah. So,
Corbin, my guy.
hey, as long as we beat Duke, you know, that's all that
2
matters.
times. Sweep with the broom, huh?
Sweep with
Onk.
the broom.
Onk. Mr. Jetblack. He a dookie.
Oh,
For the folks at home who didn't know,
tragic.
he a dookie.
Complete silence right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
He
My
been some good
go-to
games.
is Coach K.
Oh yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean?
Legend for sure. Legend.
And to take it to another Hall of Famer, man. The
Who?
King went out the other night, man.
Yeah, he did. He did.
They keep saying indefinitely, but I hope that's not the case for the
Yeah, I hope
King.
that's
You
not
know
the
what I
case.
mean?
Because David's still out too, ain't he?
Yes.
Yeah. You know,
Ooh.
I feel at this point, the Lakers, of course, they have a lot to prove.
Mhm.
I agree.
This will be a tough playoff for them.
Yes.
The lower their seed, the tougher this will be. Because when you're on top, everybody's fighting, trying to take each
Yep.
other down just to get to
Talking.
you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be the one trying to fight, you know, to get to championship where you're going to be facing the best team early on. So, you know, I'm a huge LeBron fan, definitely Hall of
Okay.
Famer.
Off the
It's
rip.
going to be tough, though. I want to
Mhm.
say at this point of the season,
Yeah.
6 seed maybe?
Come on.
If it's indefinite.
talk.
Hey, as long as
maybe
we in there.
Hey, talk that talk. Yeah.
Y'all will never guess who my favorite team is.
Who?
I'll give you 3 tries.
Dang, she said that like
I'll give you 3
Timberwolves?
tries. No.
Utah Jazz,
No.
Memphis?
No.
Portland
Pelicans?
Trailblazers.
Oh, okay.
Pelicans?
I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan.
Oh, but they
Yeah.
got your boy down
Lord.
there. They
No,
got
here's the
Luka.
thing.
Luka,
No,
I
right?
like Luka Hooper though.
It's not because of
He
Luka.
different.
He dangerous.
It's not because of Luka.
Okay.
It's,
Why
it's
you
because
like?
of Dirk.
Dirk Nowitzki. Okay.
That is my boo.
Okay.
I understand.
When I used to be a huge tomboy, and I used to have this I made me a Dallas Mavericks jersey
Yeah.
out of a T-shirt because it was broke. But anyway, and I had me a little headband.
Talk that talk. Go
and I
ahead.
had this little shag, right?
No,
I
you
thought
didn't.
I thought I was. So
Come on.
yeah, I've always, when I first started playing basketball, Dallas was known for the transition threes. They had
Yeah, this is
Mike
true.
Finley, Steve Nash, even Sean Bradley.
So,
You know,
You know what I mean?
I was a
I
huge
hear her
fan.
talking that talk.
Mm.
So I gotta ask you,
Mhm.
what are your thoughts on equality
Mhm.
in the league right now? WNBA and the Sweet 16. There was a conversation said about it being men's March Madness instead of it being just women's March Madness. And then they just got the new weight facility. They just incorporated that in there. Can you speak on that a little bit? Your thoughts?
I will say I'm very disappointed in the NCAA.
Okay.
But I also understand that there is a huge discrepancy, not necessarily discrepancy,
Mhm.
but the fact of the matter is men's basketball
Sure.
historically is more exciting. I'm
Sure.
not afraid to admit that.
Okay.
But I think there's something to be said for the blatant disrespect that's been happening
Yeah.
with, when it comes to equality in sports.
Yes.
Say for instance, the weight room situation.
Mhm.
There's no reason why a multi-million-dollar business,
Yes.
which the NCAA is a business,
Yes, they are.
Yes, sir.
thought that it was okay
Mm.
to blatantly disrespect these women like that.
Come on.
If you're going to promote equality, promote it full circle.
That's right.
And that's where I stand with it.
Ooh.
I mean, I think for people to have daughters like Shaq, Swaggy P, who I believe have made the most ignorant comments that I've seen
This is
Talk
true.
that talk. Go ahead.
from professionals.
Mhm.
Now, Swaggy P,
I got you.
whatever.
We would have figured that out.
I got
But,
you.
yeah,
We
but
ain't
Shaq,
surprised.
you have a daughter that is a hooper. Now
Mhm.
she's
Yeah.
good.
What?
Yeah, you got a
She's
daughter
a
that's a
baller now.
hooper,
Yep.
and you wouldn't tolerate that if she felt
That's right.
discriminated against when she gets to that plateau of playing in the NCAA. You're
I
gonna have
love it.
something to say. And I think it's just also very ignorant to ask a Hall of Famer who's in the WNBA, Candace Parker, I don't know if y'all saw that,
Ew.
to lower the goal to 9 feet to make it more exciting. I don't know if y'all ever caught that.
No,
but,
I didn't catch that.
I didn't
one.
either,
I
but
didn't
Yeah.
either. Candace Parker, though?
Yeah, this was on live television where he said it. And honestly, someone said it to me as well before
Wow.
when I was in college. And I was just like, one, you know how hard it is to change your shot on a 9-foot goal?
Right.
Like
Mhm.
that you're changing the entire game of, basketball.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, I recognize that, it's more exciting because you can, you can dunk. You may be
Sure.
a little faster. You have more agility, but don't half-ass equality.
Yes. Let's take it a step further.
Sorry, excuse
Oh,
me.
No,
no,
you're fine.
no.
I hear your
Half-ass
passion.
equality, yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. Let's take
Yeah.
it a step
Yeah.
further. Let's talk about transgender
Mhm.
being incorporated into the female sports
Mhm.
and your thoughts on it. Now, I have my own personal thoughts.
Mhm.
I personally, nothing against the transgender community, but I just think it's a little unfair because I feel like you being transformed, you're still a man.
Mhm.
End of the day.
At the end of the day, you're still a man. I'm not taking away from what you feel on the inside.
Mhm.
Let's please be clear on that.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, so far as strength-wise, I just feel like you overpower, and that's not taking away from
Yeah.
women being strong, but innately you're still a guy
Yeah,
out
it's
there
facts.
hooping with females. So for me, I'm just saying, I just think it'll be a little unfair, and I know people are fighting for equality, but that's just, I don't know. That's just kind of my thoughts on it. I just think it wouldn't be kind of fair.
I
'Cause-
agree. I didn't mean
Yeah.
to cut you off.
No, go
but
ahead.
I agree. I agree with you. I can't say 100%.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where innately, yes, you will be a
Yeah.
physically superior.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not. Too
That's
into the
I know.
transgender
That's
thing,
a
but
that's a tough one.
It's
You know.
definitely tough, but I'm willing to be open to it.
Sure.
Just because we're in a society where
Yes.
we've become very accommodating.
Yes.
But I do agree that
Yeah, I just
it
don't know
will
how that
be-
would balance out. That's all I'm saying. Like, how would it balance out? There's a young lady right now who's fighting for those rights in, I think it's the deadlift competition. I caught it on ESPN. She's fighting to be, I'm not going to look at Legucci, but she's fighting for the deadlift competition right now to be a part. He's a he, but he identifies as a female. And he wants to be a part of the deadlifting competition and compete with the women. And I just don't know how they'll bring balance to that.
It ain't no balance. I don't think it's gonna be none with that.
Because he's gonna be
Because
stronger.
it's like you said, man. It's like LeBron playing in the WNBA.
You know, I mean, we all seen Juwanna, man.
That's my whole point. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, yeah. So
I'm all for equality,
Yeah.
but we're in a very accommodating society right
Sure,
now.
Too accommodating.
In some instances,
Too
yes, too
accommodating.
accommodating. And I feel like we have to be prepared in every situation of backlash.
Yes.
Because it's gonna come.
Because
It's gonna
coming.
come.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
come.
come.
Because
And
I'm trying to figure out, you can't separate them, then that's discrimination.
Yeah.
You can't separate them, but I'm still trying to figure that thing out in my
That's
mind.
tough.
Like, how are they going to
tough.
bring balance to that and the laws be fair within, the game, within athletics?
That's tough.
Like,
That's
how
a
is that
sticky
gonna-
situation right
Yeah,
there.
like,
that's
how is
tough.
that going to be fair?
That's tough.
That's
That's tough.
I don't think it'll be fair at all.
I just
'Cause
don't
like you
either.
said, and
I just think it'd
no,
be kind of
it's
tough.
just a judgment-free platform.
No
Yeah.
judgment zone
we ain't
whatsoever.
judging nobody
We're
at all.
really not.
What
Yeah.
you do with your life to
It's your
each
life.
his own.
And maybe somebody
know?
can chime in and educate us on
Yeah.
YouTube, on Podbeam. Hey, talk back to us.
Please comment.
This is open dialogue, safe dialogue. Ain't nobody trying to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Be
No.
clear. This is really just an open and honest dialogue to say, like, how are they going to bring balance to that?
Yeah. That's tough.
LeBron
our
on the
kids are
WNBA
gonna
team.
have, when our kids get older, that's what they'll have, those are the things that they have to deal with in this new world we live in.
Yeah, plus they're
So-
already dealing with enough
Yeah.
off the rip.
Yeah, they really are.
Anyway,
Did
you know.
they just pass? I guess it was in the army, armed forces.
Like, I'm trying to figure out-
transgenders can go
Yeah,
into combat.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out.
I mean,
like,
that's different. That ain't competition.
no, it's not.
That's-
That's what I was gonna say. That's not competitive sports.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how they gonna work that out. How they gonna
You know,
work that
the
thing
armed
out.
forces gonna take anybody they could get.
Hey,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna be me.
Me neither, but
Yeah.
they gonna get anybody they could get, and that's a tough
Now,
topic.
although we do have the female kicker and the female coaches that have integrated into there, I think that's dope.
yeah, it is.
I think that is dope.
It is.
I don't
Yeah.
have no problem
It
with
is.
that. You got a female kicker on the field. The only thing I worry about is her getting hit. That's
Hey,
because that's the
It's gonna happen eventually.
I just jumped a little bit just cause I just
And I know females are playing football. Don't
Yeah.
get it twisted. And
Yeah.
you got some females out there that's ready for the challenge. But I just worry about just the strength part of it. And there's some women that are strong.
Mhm.
We're not denying that at all.
Mhm.
But I'm just curious on how they.
You know what? One thing I've noticed, and this is me being a
Yeah.
hypocrite, but I think everyone in their own way is a hypocrite.
That's true.
We fight for equality,
that's
but we
good stuff.
love gender roles when
Ooh,
it's
don't we though?
convenient.
Don't
We
though?
love gender roles
You
when it's
telling the
convenient.
truth. Come
and that's
on.
men and women.
Yeah.
That's men and women.
Yeah.
So I don't it's gonna be tough.
That's a tough one,
You know,
ain't it?
in 10 years, we're gonna be able to do whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
yeah.
They talking about going to Mars already.
Yeah,
Oh, they
so-
going to Mars. I'm not going, but
Yeah.
they going to Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
ain't
I'm
in the
saying?
day.
Yeah.
I'm not in the day. Be right till my
Yes,
10, all
sir.
10 down, right here.
And listen, speaking of equality, why I got it on my mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's speak on Free Greg Mingo. If you don't know who Greg Mingo is, this gentleman was convicted for 40 years. He was pretty much at the wrong place.
Hmm.
He was, for a crime he didn't commit.
Falsely accused.
Falsely accused, and he is serving a 40-year sentence right now. Been in prison 40 years. He refused to take he did
That
not.
plea.
Yeah, he did not want to take a plea deal, and he's still in prison right now. So if you haven't had a chance, visit change.org. Go over and visit that website. You can speak. You can be vocal on that platform. You can do all of that. Not only that, as we continue, they have more things on change.org too as well, where you can go in and just sign a petition. And the numbers were different a few minutes ago. They may have gotten their numbers. Also, shout out to Kenneth Walker, Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
Brother, we stand in solidarity with you, brother. We understand you're still fighting for justice for Breonna Taylor. We're rocking with you. George Floyd is still going through there. They're still choosing that. We want to make sure that we pinpoint that because this is Jetblack empowerment, and we're all about lifting of the people. We understand. We love you. Listen, this is the Jetblack Daily Show. I'm Carl Sr.
And it's your boy Corey Legucci Graves.
And we out. Peace.
they want to, but express to them why we're doing what we do, express to them exactly the magnitude of how big that this movement is, and the plot behind it. And I feel like part of them will understand where we're coming from. You know what I mean? Like, of course, along the way, we gonna get some people. They ain't gonna believe us. They ain't gonna see it. They ain't gonna feel it. However, when the progress starts to show itself and the things start to manifest, then they'll know exactly why we're doing what we're doing, which they'll, inevitably they'll have to join.
It's the Jetblack Daily Show. It's the Jetblack Daily Show. It's the Jetblack Daily Show. It's the Jetblack. Ooh. It's the Jetblack. Ooh. It's the Jetblack.